Welcome back to Chase the Pace podcast.
I'm Spencer.
And I'm Keira. And today we're going to be breaking down Formula One with F1 news, race breakdowns, and bold takes. Let's go.
Now getting into sprint qualifying, we got the best thing coming out of Aston Martin all season. Fernando actually made it to sprint qualifying too. Now, in Aston Martin style though, he did crash on the way into SQ2. What I mean is back in SQ1 he crashed, even though his time was good enough to promote him to SQ2.
Yes, so he starts P16.
Sadly, the best thing they did, and they're still crashing while they're doing it. So, sad to see for Aston Martin fans worldwide.
Yep.
But in other news, we got the other usual suspects sitting down at the bottom of the totem pole.
Yep.
Perez, Stroll, Gasly, Bottas, Albon, Lawson.
Yep.
Got the same. You know, surprisingly, we actually have, what's Pierre doing in there? He's been doing pretty good all season. Like, what is he doing in the bottom six?
Well, lately his performance has taken a decline ever since the Alpine upgrade, and Franco has done much better in comparison to his teammate.
I absolutely agree. Ever since that upgrade came across, really Franco's had so much confidence in the car, and Gasly not so much.
Exactly. So then in SQ2, we had Hülkenberg, Bortoleto, Colapinto, Ocon, Behrman, and then technically, yes, Fernando. Out in SQ2, I don't think anyone's really surprised by that.
Your Audis, your Haas's, your midfield contenders, nothing too spicy.
Exactly. So then we saw Carlos Sainz made it to SQ3 and started P10, which was great for him compared to his teammate who got out in SQ1. So he's doing something with that Williams, that's for sure.
They're definitely making, or at least he's making leaps and bounds similar to Franco. At least he's being able to find some kind of performance in a car that they might not be fully confident in. But it's great to see. It's great to see out of the midfield.
Yeah, same thing with Arvid Lindblad. Started P9, working his way back up. Started out pretty well in the beginning of the season, then took a decline. And now it's great to see him back up there in P9.
I mean, he is a freshman after all.
He's
this is his first time being in F1.
So props to him.
Yeah.
Out-qualified his teammate.
Out-qualified Liam, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then we saw Isaac, P8, Max, P7, pretty much matched on performance.
Which is surprising. Normally, Max has a significant performance gap to Isaac, don't you think?
Yeah, for sure, but I don't know. I think Max has been struggling with the cars this year, the new regs, but Max finds a way somehow during the race, honestly. So we'll see. And then Charles with P6, Lewis with P5, Oscar P4, Lando P3, and then no one's surprised. The Mercs are both Kimi being P2, George being P1. The Mercs tend to be pretty good in Canada, so I don't think that's a shocker by any means.
If y'all notice by chance, we have just this beautiful driver pairing of Mercedes, driver pairing of McLarens, driver pairing of Ferraris, and then driver pairings of Red Bulls. Yo, excuse the car, we're in Beverly Hills right now. There's like Rolls Royces driving by. It's loud as hell. Excuse the noise. We apologize. But yeah, perfectly balanced though. All these teams in their perfect pairs. It kind of shows you the performance, but then of course, as the British would say, anytime there's a spanner in the works, you never know who might come out on top. But it just seems really oddly perfect, don't you think?
Yeah.
But obviously Mercedes P1 and P2.
Yeah, no one's surprised. So that's really all we got from sprint qualifying. Wasn't anything crazy. But yeah, now on to the sprint race. Okay, so now we have the sprint race. So finally there was a good start from both Mercedes. I feel like Kimi typically doesn't have the best starts, but they figured that out. And then George and Kimi were fighting each other pretty hard the whole time.
Definitely. Kimi, even though he's in year 2, he reminds me of Max in a way, where he's going for gaps like crazy. Even though they don't exist, he's trying to force his way in. And
you know what Ayrton Senna said?
What did he say?
You go for a gap always. Whenever you don't take a gap,
man,
you're missing out on a chance.
If you go for a gap that exists, or if you don't go for a gap that exists, you are no longer a racing driver.
Oh, there you go. Thank you very much,
Yeah,
Spencer.
come on. I was double checking. But you know what? You still got the gist of it. You knew what she was talking about.
Thank you.
But for real though, they are going fighting tooth and nail, especially Kimi. He's taking crazy shots.
Yeah, he does not care. He does not care that George is technically the leader of the team.
Or his teammate.
Nope, he does not
first of
care.
all.
No.
But he makes a mistake
He does make mistakes.
What? He locked up, trying to
Yeah.
make a move on George, and Lando actually was able to take
Advantage of one of Kimi's mistakes. Yep.
snag
lock up.
P2 from Split the Mercedes.
Yep, exactly.
And then, of course, you got Toto on the radio talking about Kimi like,
Because Kimi's like,
Kimi, you must relax. We are a Formula One team. You cannot crash into your teammate.
he did not say that.
Well, then,
He literally told
Kimi
Kimi
didn't say.
He literally told Kimi essentially to stop complaining on the radio and to just focus on the driving.
Well, he kept complaining throughout the weekend.
Yeah, he did.
unfortunately. I mean, he did just graduate high school. I understand. I understand
Yeah.
the sentiment.
Exactly.
Man.
So we saw Lewis. He tapped the wall of champions, which is in the last corner going onto the main straight on lap 21 of 23. So
What
a little
is
bit of
the
a
wall?
scare
What
there.
is the Wall of Champions for those of us who don't know actually? Because
All
I don't
right.
know. I don't know either.
All right, so Wall of Champions is a name for the concrete barrier at the exit of the final chicane, which is turn 14, at the circuit. I'm going to butcher this. Gilles Villeneuve in Montreal, which is obviously the home of the Canadian Grand Prix. So it earned its legendary nickname, the Wall of Champions, in 1999 when 3 Formula One world champions, Damon Hill, Michael Schumacher, and Jacques Villeneuve, all crashed into it during the race weekend. Yeah. 1, 2, and 3.
There you go. But
So
yeah, they all crashed into the same
And you know what?
wall.
Lewis almost became a victim of that.
I mean, he is a champion, so it's understanding like he would kind of gravitate towards that wall of any other walls. But
Yep.
you know, come on, let's keep it clean, Lewis.
Like with 2 laps left of the race. Come
Yeah,
on.
not like Charles' last race, Lord. Come on,
No.
keep it tidy.
So yeah, Oscar ended up overtaking Lewis around the outside, and Charles also took advantage of that and his teammate. And Lewis lost 2 positions like within the last lap or 2 or something like that. I was like, goodness, that was not lovely. But George finished P1, no one's surprised. Lando finished P2 because he took advantage of Kimi's mistake and lockup. Kimi P3. Oscar P4 got there at the very end. Charles P5, Lewis P6.
So that was it too. Yeah, I think he got overtaken by Piastri, and then
And then
Charles
Charles,
kind of
yeah, was right
cleaned up
there.
the mess. I mean, especially whenever 2 drivers fight, those drivers behind really have
Catch up, yeah.
Yeah, they got time to catch up.
Exactly. Then we saw Max P7, Arvid P8. Great drive from him, honestly.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Isaac had an engine issue, so that was unfortunate. So he finished P21. Both Alpines missed out on points, and both Williams also missed out on points. So
Rough day in the
honestly,
office.
the biggest thing I think we all probably took away from the sprint was George and Kimi fighting.
Oh, definitely.
And then obviously I guess Lando takes advantage of that. But like that was pretty much the whole entertainment.
Well, that and then Lewis getting, you know, from podium to P5 in the span of like 1 or 2 corners.
That was horrendous.
That was horrendous, bro. But he kind of made
Oh, well,
up
he actually
for
went down to P6. He was P4.
it. Yeesh. For
So,
real?
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that was not great from Lewis. But you know what? It is what it is. Honestly, though, I would not be surprised if we see George and Kimi crash and touch at some point during the season.
I mean, the way Kimi's taking some of these dives,
He does not care. He's ruthless.
No, he's having to go straight off track, trying to just avoid
Yeah.
George on an
Yeah.
attack that he's kind of taking the lead on.
Exactly.
Like George is just playing normal defense. Like we see that from most drivers. He's not, you know, braking while or turning while braking.
Like
or
being
anything.
too aggressive.
Yeah, he's not being too aggressive at all as the lead driver.
Yeah.
And then I just feel like
Kimi's
see.
being hella
Yeah,
aggressive.
you just see him flying through the grass. I mean, he's mowing all the
I'm
corners
like, dude, you're gonna
down.
have some floor damage one of these days.
Yeah, I mean,
If not already.
he's a risky guy, but
And then the thing is, you make these mistakes, you do these things, and other people behind you take advantage.
to be fair, he does have a 43-point lead.
He
in the
does.
drivers, and he is a sophomore in the game. He has nothing to lose. He has
Which
no
we will
status,
get into
no
that in the
prestige.
race.
Yeah, we'll
get into that. Okay, but I don't know. I just think it's super interesting because like Toto last year when the McLaren boys were fighting, he was like, you know, I will always have a P1 driver and then a P2 driver.
And now,
And now they have yet to come on the radio and be like, hey, Kimi, you stay where you are, because technically George is the lead driver of that team. They're letting him fight. So this seems a little bit like papaya rules here. So I don't know.
you're getting flashbacks from last year.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Toto better be careful with what he was saying, because you know he's out here judging McLaren last year, and now he's literally doing the same thing. Which honestly, I don't mind. I mean, I'd like to see George and Kimi fight, but I don't know. It's entertainment, I guess.
Let
We'll
me
see.
ask- let me ask you-
I think it'll be spicy.
Let me ask you, if you think that George and Kimi, that infighting is going to cause a third person to come up, maybe in the Drivers' Championship, because the Constructors, they pretty much got it on lock.
Yeah.
But in the Drivers' Championship, if George and Kimi are so busy with each other, who's that third sleeper, that dark horse, who's going to come and potentially snatch pole?
Honestly, I think probably a Ferrari or a McLaren.
Really?
Probably.
I mean, you do have the reigning world champ and a very adaptable crew at McLaren.
Yeah.
You've got at Ferrari.
I don't know. Right now, I just think Red Bull might be a little bit behind.
Definitely.
If Red Bull can get ahead a little bit and be on par with the Ferraris and McLaren, I really think Max will be in it. I don't know about Isaac, but I think Max will have a chance. Hey, you know what? Never count Max out, all right? We saw that from last year. He literally was down by, I think, 104 points, and he came back. So, and Lando only won the championship by like 1 or 2 points from Max. So, you know what? No one can ever count Max out. But right now, based on what I see, I'd like to say probably either a Ferrari or McLaren.
Yeah, I mean, based on the consistency of the McLaren,
Yeah.
the lack, I'm saying lack of performance from Ferrari. I mean, there was strategy issues, there was pit stop issues,
Yeah.
there's overall race pace issues compared to
We're about
Mercedes.
to see that from, speaking about race strategy from McLaren. Goodness.
Oh, y'all just wait.
Now that's the T.
Now for race qualifying, here's where it starts to get spicy.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, I don't even want to address the usual suspects, laying low in Q1, Q2.
No one, I think, is surprised.
No.
I think no one at this point, I think, is even going to watch Q1 or even an SQ1 because it's just the same thing every time.
I don't know if y'all have ever seen,
It's deja vu.
It's literally just a, commentator podcast while cars go zoom zoom for like 90% of it. And then the last minute when the clock winds down is when it actually gets interesting.
Yeah, except for Q1 because it's the same people.
It is the same people.
Unless something like someone crashes or something.
Yeah. I'll turn it on when Q3 hits though. I'm trying to figure out who's getting the hot laps, if there's track evolution. But in this case, it's definitely the usual suspects. I mean, we got Ocon, Albon, Alonso, Stroll, Perez, Bottas. Again, the AMs and the Cadillacs.
Yep.
And Albon also kind of lacking this weekend, it seems. He's just not on the ball.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the car, maybe it was him. And then Ocon, a Haas, down there. Come on, man. And then
I think Ollie has literally outqualified Ocon, like pretty much, if not all, most of the races this season so far. Honestly, it showed even last season too. Behrman was the better one.
Yo, have you heard the rumors though?
I know.
You know that team principal, he does not like Ocon at all.
Yeah.
Komatsu, what's his name? I'm not trying to say something wrong here.
Ayo Komatsu, yeah.
Ayo Komatsu, yeah. That man, he does not like Ocon. There's been a lot of rumors about Ocon getting potentially,
Well,
cut.
apparently Ocon said it was a bunch of BS, supposedly.
He's trying to save his job.
But yeah, I mean, you
If
know what? A rumor is a rumor because it starts from somewhere.
And let me tell you, if Haas doesn't want you, you think he's going to find an F1 job?
No, he'll be out.
No, he's gone.
He'll be out. Bye-bye.
IndyCar, maybe. NASCAR, potentially.
Hey, you know what? There are also rumors that Checo, he might go to a better team and leave Cadillac if he gets a better offer somewhere. Because Checo brings in a good bit of money. With his sponsors.
Oh, man.
So I don't know.
I would love to see him be competitive, but again, these are all just rumors floating around.
We'll see. We'll address them if they become true later.
That's for sure.
Throughout the season. But out in Q2, we had Hülkenberg, Lawson, Bortoletto, Gasly, Sainz, Behrman. Also not really a shocker. Kind of sad to see Carlos out because he's been doing pretty well getting in to Q3, but wasn't in the cards.
No.
So
At
we
the
had.
At the end of the day, he still drives the Williams.
Yeah, exactly. So he's doing what he can,
But top 10, though, where it's heating up.
Yes. Colapinto, P10. Once again, great job
Mr.
from him.
Consistency over here. That's a couple weekends now.
Exactly.
Good for him.
Yep. And then we had Max P9, Arvid Lindblad P8, Charles P7, Isaac P6. So here we are. Isaac outqualifies Max. Hello. And then we had Lewis P5, Oscar P4, Lando P3, Kimi P2, George P1. Obviously, no one is surprised. The Mercs are P1 and P2.
But the McLarens, I mean, coming off some rough weekends to start the season. I mean, to already be P2 and 3 in the sprint.
Well, exactly.
And the race. I mean, that's that consistency and the ability to adapt and definitely come with some heat.
Exactly. Charles being P7, maybe expected a bit better out of him, like the fact that Isaac outqualified him. All right.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
I probably expected like a P5, P6 Ferrari, but Yeah. Colapinto's doing great compared to Pierre, so props to him. Great job from Arvid, honestly.
Freshman going off.
Yeah, Audi seemed to be struggling a little bit.
That's the truth. We were calling their name at first. Like, they even made it into Q3, and then
Yeah, now they've just been, like, out in Q2
Yeah, they've been air silent. They're just kind of like a passenger in this ride.
Yeah,
like,
definitely in the midfield, for sure.
Deep in the midfield.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's pretty much all we got from qualifying. All right, so now for the race. This is where it got a little spicy, okay? Finally, something throughout the weekend. So McLaren started on inters. So earlier in the day, it was raining. So I guess they thought there was going to be some more rain. I don't know. But they started on inters. This is what I felt.
Yo, McLaren hired Ferrari strategists.
They did.
Thank God, bro. Thank God. Get them out of here. Send them to the ops.
I'm pretty sure they were the only team on inters, actually.
Well, the only team in the top 10 were, and it was both drivers.
Yes.
They were the only team in the top 10. It was both.
Why? If you really just have some faith in the inters, at least just put one of them on them.
The other thing
not
too,
both.
It wasn't even raining.
No.
You know?
Like
There was no, it wasn't actively raining. They were
Yeah.
banking on it raining later.
Yeah.
Now let me just tell you, if you play roulette, you and your homie don't both bet the same color. One bets black, one bets red. That way, as long as it doesn't hit a 0-0-0, you're covered. You know?
Yeah.
It's a win-win. That's the taking a gamble. And obviously, Formula One isn't roulette, but I mean, come on. You're taking that big of a risk when so many points are on the line, and you qualified well too.
Yeah.
And you're gonna sell it based on a couple drops of rain a couple hours ago.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That was just really embarrassing for McLaren.
Yeah.
Way terrible way to start the weekend, or start the race, excuse me. And then
We had an extra formation lap. So that was interesting.
I was all excited about a race starting, all of a sudden
I
the
know.
lights
I
didn't
was
go
like,
out. The cars just start
hello?
rolling. What's going on? No, it's an extra formation lap.
Yeah.
The FIA director of the Canadian Grand Prix, he called a couple, didn't he? He called at least two.
Two what?
Two formation laps?
There were two formation laps.
That's-
The normal one, and then he called an extra.
Was there not a third?
No.
Okay. But still, he could have just delayed the race start, but
Yeah.
instead he called that extra formation lap. So if he did call a delayed race start, all these teams choosing inters, they could have swapped out, aka McLaren. But, you know, the Canadian race director, he must be a good Ferrari fan or something, Mercedes fan, because he said, y'all just do another formation lap, stay on those inters. You pit stop during the race and not under a VSC.
Yeah.
But,
I guess you reap what you sow, right?
yes, you do.
So yeah, Lando then takes the lead of the Grand Prix
Hold
into
on.
turn one.
But let's talk about the fact that he's on the hot inters.
Yeah.
I mean, he's basically, those things are
They're
melting.
cooked.
They're melting on track. He's basically running softs because
They're cooked just like his race.
Yeah. So immediately, you know, it's woohoo and all. You know, you take you know P1 first turn, but those tires aren't gonna last him, and they did
No.
not. Lando and Oscar both pitted on lap 2.
Yeah.
I think at different stages, but both in lap 2. Now, the Mercs, on the other hand,
Yep.
they were viciously scrapping. I mean, going back and forth
Just
and
like
back and
the
forth.
sprint.
It was like sprint times 100. I mean, they were on each
Seriously.
other's behinds.
I seriously thought they were going to crash into each
Oh,
other.
definitely. There was wheel-to-wheel banging. They were fighting every corner, even turns where there's not typical
Locking
overtake.
up, this
Locking
and that.
up,
Like,
cutting
I'm
across the
telling
grass.
you. Yes. Like, literally mowing the grass. Thank you, Kimmy. And George. Thank you so much. I definitely think there's going to be a crash at some point between these two. If they continue to race like that and fight between one another, I guarantee it's going to happen. If it doesn't, I will be shocked. Everyone, you can tell me I'm wrong. But
I mean, I feel like they would have crashed, except George, not his gearbox, his battery
yeah,
damn near exploded.
Pretty
I mean,
much.
they were going wheel to wheel. He hops over the curve, cuts across the grass, and immediately just powers down.
yeah. his
No
race was
sound,
cooked.
no engine sound, no battery, just no feedback. So being the diva he is, of course, you know, y'all's favorite diva on the grid, he zestily tosses his little, neck brace off?
No, his headrest.
His headrest, cops him a nice $5,000 fine.
Yeah.
As you deserve, George, as you deserve.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not a fan, but, you know.
You know what? I get it because it's a lot of points lost. But yeah, that's pretty much where the scrap between George and Kimmy came to a halt, aka end. So yeah, that's what we saw.
I mean, their fight was really the only thing keeping drivers somewhat close.
Yeah, honestly.
But by that point, I mean, with George
Kimmy
bowing
just
out,
takes off.
he's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone. I mean, George was pissed too.
Oh yeah, I mean I get
Fuming.
it. I get it, but Oscar then crashes into Albon and gets a 10-second penalty for doing that, and then therefore Alex is now out of the race because his car's cooked.
We had Alex Albon. I mean, he literally just had a tire through his side pod, gone.
No, that literally.
But Oscar, I mean, imagine having a race where you already start on inters, and he was begging on the extra formation lap. Like,
Yes.
guys, please, we can change it. We can still pit. We can still get out of this situation. Zach Brown, Andre Estella, they put the word out.
I don't
They
even
said,
think Zach Brown was there.
we're going to screw over y'all's race weekend.
I think Zach Brown was at the Indy 500.
Oh, yeah, he probably was.
Yeah.
But Andre Estella made that top-down call, said, y'all are pitting in one lap during the race.
You know what
and
I
getting
say?
screwed. And to add a
You
10-second
reap what you sow.
And to add a 10-second penalty on top.
Pretty much his race was already cooked there.
Yeah, he's gone.
It was just done.
Gone.
Bye-bye. And yeah, he finished out of the points. So there we go. So then lap 40, Lando was running in a provisional 9th place. He DNFs because of a gearbox failure.
He found neutral so fast. Like, it sounded like he found neutral way too late.
So that was unfortunate because I think Lando definitely was on par for points for sure.
2 points. But yeah.
Yeah,
Valid.
but I think he would have gotten further up there.
Yeah,
It was only lap 40 of like 68 or something
That
like
is
that.
true.
Or
That is
63,
true. He did have
something
28.
like that.
He did have 28 more laps to run. You were right.
Yeah, so Then Checo, his car said bye, and lap 43 literally exploded when he was going into the pits.
I mean, he's breaking into the pits. It's not like he's going 200 plus miles
He
an
was
hour.
just starting to go into the pit.
And then all of a sudden, you just see the suspension arm just explode. Wheel crumbles into the front
Literally.
wing. Like,
honestly,
damn, bro,
it was
what
kind of
happened?
perfect timing, but
What do you mean perfect time?
like for that to happen, because I think they knew that there
yeah.
was something wrong with the car anyway.
I mean, yeah, the marshals don't have to move it, halfway across the circuit.
Yeah,
It's already right
so
there
there
in
was
the
really no
pits.
safety car, because obviously.
Ironically, the commentators were just talking about like lap 38, 39 about like Canada's such a hard track on stuff that hasn't been tested as much in practice, stress tested, all this, that, and the other. Like, there is such thing in F1 as the announcer's curse, and I swear, every time they talk about someone's doing really good that they haven't talked about a whole lot, or they talk about, oh yeah, this is a really tough track, I'm surprised all these cars are standing strong against it. Wham! Checo, gone. Lando, gone.
Yeah. Thank
Albon,
you.
gone from, other stuff, but still gone. I mean, man, that commentator's curse is just hitting.
Yeah. It's
Man.
true.
Man.
Then at one point we saw Charles drifting out here, like if we're like drift racing.
He thought it was Formula D, but
Yeah.
he saved it though. He saved it, which is what matters in F1, as long as you don't hit the wall.
Exactly.
And then, surprisingly, after Max overtook Lewis early on in the race in the early teen laps, like,
Something like that.
yeah, not very early stages. In lap, 62?
62 of 68, yeah.
Finesses him, catches up, gets within the zone, chasing
Yep.
him down for a few laps, gets the overtake done.
Yep.
And it was
P2.
beautiful. It was the most beautiful fight because nothing was going on, and all of a sudden we have this
we were bored.
champion v champion fight between the two head honchos of Red Bull and Ferrari now for
Yeah.
P2.
So thank you for bringing some entertainment.
Yes, thank you guys. Please go ahead.
So essentially, then Kimi wins his 4th win in a row, pretty much uncontested because Lewis, being P2, was 10 seconds behind him. So pretty much after George crashed, he literally was gone, essentially. And so yeah, most consecutive wins, 4 first-time wins. This is literally his 4th win in a row and 4th win ever, by the way. That's
takes a
crazy,
lot.
and he's still, once again, the youngest championship leader. And yeah, now he has a 43-point gap to George, so that's really unfortunate, and I think that's where George's frustration came from. Honestly, I must say, George has been a bit unlucky. I think the only person to give Kimi a fight so far has been George with their little battling, but I don't think we've really seen anyone else give Kimi a hard time yet. And I would really like to see it.
Well, I think nobody has the car for it this season.
No, it's true. At least so far, yeah, it's true.
He's making the most of it, and nobody else can catch up with
Yeah.
the machinery that
But
they
I'd like
got.
to see someone give Kimi a fight. Like, it's low-key getting annoying. I'm getting bored.
I will say, though, out of all races that we've seen so far, like, the podium for this race was amazing.
Yeah.
We had Kimi, the youngest champion, breaking all these records, being the young superstar, P1. 10-second margin. We had Lewis, who just overtook Max.
Yeah.
7-time world champion at his new, nice red team now. And we had Max, 4-time world champion, still at Red Bull.
This was his first podium of the year, too.
Yes, I'm saying. Like, it was a pretty legendary podium.
Yeah,
I mean, great things for Kimi. Best performance by Lewis to date. First podium for Max, you said?
So, low-key, honestly, same for him. Best performance from him so far.
Exactly. I mean, like, when you look at the podium picture.
This is round 5, by the way. And we finally just saw Max on the podium.
Which?
When was the last time we could say that?
Maybe his freshman year. I don't even think it was that long then, too. I mean, damn.
Yeah.
But I will say, though, when Lewis, he hoisted up little Kimi on his shoulder with the other Mercedes guy, and they just flex and smile. It is just, it's a beautiful look. Like, it is really, I'm really happy.
It was like both of his, like, it's like Max is his dad and Lewis is his grandpa.
What? What?
They all call, like, Max the dad of the paddock.
He's the dad?
I mean, yeah, because he's always, like, super nice to, like, the younger ones, like the rookies and everything.
I feel like he reminds me of an uncle because he's terrible with his own kids, but he's probably great.
I
don't mean that. I don't mean that actually. But I'm saying like,
That's
just someone who, an uncle who doesn't care. He's like, oh, I don't care.
I feel like Lewis is more the uncle and Max is the dad, Spencer.
Lewis is the rich uncle who he just does his own thing and dates Kim K. Like what's going on there?
A disgrace.
Disgrace. I can't even.
No comment.
But nah, Max, I have seen him on track. He is like a really kind guy. Oh, he is fighting. What you mean he's fighting?
The freaking car.
Yeah, I mean, he's fighting it, but I'm saying like off track though.
Oh, off track,
with
yes.
The boys,
he is a very genuine guy.
And I will say, compared to 2021 when Lewis and Max are fighting, when everybody for the podium sitters got out of the cars, I mean, it's all smiles, all handshakes. Max is like, darn it, man, I'll get you next time. Like, it seems so vanilla compared to 5 years ago. They just seem so nice about it. But to be fair, though, Max, like you said, he's an unk now. He's the dad, I guess. Lewis,
he is an actual dad.
He's in his 40s with no kids. Like, Jesus Christ, brother.
But he's dating Kim K.
That's even more of a Jesus Christ, brother. Come on, man. Like, Lord.
I really don't know what he saw or sees.
I think I know exactly what he sees, but he's blinded by it. Next question.
Okay.
So, Charles gets P4, though. Good for him. Good Ferrari finish. Isaac P5. Good to see Red Bull still making moves. Franco P6, though. Major for Alpine. Like,
slay.
His consistent. I think this is also his best performance of the season. And
Probably.
I mean, for a guy who seemed very, very underwhelming in the opening stages of his career, like, this upgrade has really brought, some fire. Like, hopefully he can get that contract extension, and be with a good team because it seems like he's got potential.
Yep. And then we have Leon P7, so that's not bad from him. Pierre P8. At least both Alpines got points.
Yes, compared to the sprint. Yeah.
Carlos P9.
You are a Carlos lover for no reason. But I will say he's a good look. He's a nice guy. I'm kidding. There's not no reason. He's a cool guy.
In the Williams?
In the Williams, though, I will say this is actually This is mighty impressive.
And then Ollie P10. Good for him, honestly, too. Didn't see Ocon.
No, we didn't see Ocon. That's for sure. Yeesh. But I will say this was probably the best race of the season so far. I feel like I can say that. Like, the fighting, there was so much more fighting in braking zones. I think I mentioned that maybe like last race.
Yeah.
But this race, it seemed like it was way more even.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what they're doing, or maybe it was the track, but so many just overtakes in braking zones, so much more fighting. It seemed like the old F1,
Yeah. I also think it's because, like, the grip. There wasn't a ton of grip, apparently, so.
Yeah. I don't know how cold it was in Canada, but that cold weather.
Yeah, it was definitely cold. Yeah.
Let's go.
And the rain probably didn't help.
Oh, yeah. The rain, Not enough rain for beforehand. Lord.
Yeah. So next we have our bold predictions.
Now, what's been going on in the past? How correct were you from Miami?
So from Miami, I got 3 points for Kimi being P1. So I have a total of 22 points so far this year. Spencer also got 3 points for Kimi being P1. And he has a total of 13 points for this season so far.
Only down 9. Round 5 of 23, 22, 23. How many races are on the calendar these
23,
days?
I think. Because I don't think they
took 2 off of the
rescheduled Saudi Arabia, I think. I don't think they rescheduled Bahrain.
Word.
Or maybe they will. I don't know.
But I got time, y'all, is the point. 9 points down, about to be 9 points up. Watch this. All right, podium lineup for Monaco.
Well, we did say P2 for George and then P3 for Lando, but both of them DNF, so there was no points for any of that. So there you go.
So that's what happened last week.
Yeah. So now what is our podium lineup for Monaco? What is your Spencer?
Mine, this is a little bit predictable. I got Lewis going P1, which is a little bit off, but I think the brother has
First win in a Ferrari.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think this is his weekend. I know it's Charles's home race, but he has had consistent bad luck. Like, I don't even want to put him, honestly, in my podium just because
why would you even say that?
I'm not going to speak something into existence that's already been spoken to. It's already here.
Okay.
You know he has bad luck.
So you think it's Lewis, and then...
You know how many Ferraris he's crashed? He's crashed like 3 or 4 Ferraris, and it wasn't just his race car. Like, old school race cars. Anyway.
We're exposing the man.
I don't trust Charles in Monaco. Even though it's his home, I don't trust him. So I got Lewis P1, Charles P2, and Max P3. I feel like if anybody can get it done in a tight street circuit like Monaco, it's Max.
Yeah.
I think George is too much of
He's been pretty good.
A scaredy cat for lack of nicer language. And
who's been a scaredy cat?
George.
Oh, George.
Big old scaredy cat.
Yeah.
And Kimmy, I just don't see him doing it in Monaco.
Yeah.
It's like a dream for a lot of drivers, like to get pole in Monaco, to win Monaco.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't think he's got it yet.
I don't know if his skill level's there yet, like experience-wise.
Mm-hmm.
For his only, I think, second time in Monaco? Yeah. I don't know if he was ever there in past racing series, but...
Does F2 go through there?
I don't know.
It'd be a crash every year if they go through there.
I think they might. I don't remember. Either way. So mine is P1 Charles, P2 Lewis, P3 Max. So essentially ours is the same, except for P1 and 2 are flipped. But I think Ferrari has it in the bag this weekend. Maybe they'll actually have a good weekend. P1 and P2.
Yeah, I mean, after coming off a decent weekend with Lewis P2, Charles P4, I feel like the possibility, it's definitely a hot week and they want to keep the iron hot,
Yeah. And same thing with Max. Maybe he'll get second podium.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see McLaren do anything great, but it's all right.
No, not really.
Or Mercedes. This will be the first time we don't have a Mercedes dude on the podium.
Yeah. Well, technically, Lando got the sprint. What was it, the second sprint? First sprint?
I don't know.
He got that first sprint or the second.
Yeah, but no one cares about a sprint. I care about a freaking race win.
That is true.
Like, no one cares about Lewis's sprint win last year.
Well, pause.
No one cares.
Pause. That was his first big thing, He was so happy in China. This woman is blasphemous.
It's true. No one's like, yeah, Lewis is a winner in Ferrari. No one says that.
He's a winner in my Ferrari. Okay.
All right.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He'll win eventually, and that's what I got him doing, bro. This Monaco Grand Prix. Let's see it, Lewis.
We'll see it.
So now we got our signature segment. Who's got pace?
Who's got pace?
Right. Who is setting the pace, being him or her, them, whatever y'all want to call it. But who's the top dog, the benchmark? Who is setting the pole?
Yes.
Who is the standard? Now, I think it could be a few people, but tell me who you think here.
Okay, well, I think who's setting the pace is obviously Mercedes and Ferrari.
I agree, yeah. I feel like Ferrari was the only team that was not, they didn't have both drivers a lap off the lead. Like, at least they had both drivers within spitting distance of the lead.
Yeah.
Everybody else was lap down, just way down.
Yeah.
But it gives me a lot of confidence for Ferrari. I mean, obviously, Mercedes is the best at the moment in terms of machinery, but Ferrari got something going on.
And I think from the midfield, Alpine once again.
Absolutely. They are chasing the pace hard.
You mean setting the pace?
I thought you said it. Oh, excuse me, yeah. Alpine is definitely setting the pace in the midfield. My bad, yo. They are not chasing, they are setting.
Well, who is chasing the pace then?
Well, I think everybody in the midfield behind Alpine, a.k.a. Carlos Sainz. He's proven to be a dog right now. I mean, coming from a Williams, I keep having to remember that caveat because Williams is so buns this year. But, he's driving a Williams, y'all. He's in a Williams. And he's doing pretty good, all
He's
things
getting to,
considered.
Q3, getting points. Yep.
I mean,
and, of course, McLaren and Red Bull from the top teams.
Yeah. I mean, in the top 4, Mercedes and Ferrari definitely kind of take the cake. Obviously, Mercedes won. But in terms of, the falling order, especially with McLaren and Red Bull.
McLaren was honestly doing a good job.
Oh,
but in Canada,
They
their
pulled a-
strategy was horrendous.
They pulled a Ferrari.
It literally was a Ferrari, and then landed DNF because of his car
Yeah.
gearbox failure. So, and then honestly, Oscar just did it to himself when he crashed into Alex. So you know what?
I mean, if y'all watch that POV, he was so far behind, and he's like, "Let me just put my tire in his side pod, see what that might do."
I just think he thought Alex would just, I don't know, like see just his, bright orange papaya car.
Just move because he's a
Yeah.
McLaren. Like, nah, man.
Obviously not.
Nope.
So he paid the price for that one.
Indeed.
So then, who lost the pace and therefore needs to pray for grace? Of course, Aston Martin and Cadillac. It's the same people every time. And honestly, maybe Esteban Ocon too.
The usual suspects.
We'll add Esteban Ocon
The
in there.
usual suspects.
And maybe Alex Albon
and
too.
Esteban Ocon. Like, add them to the list.
And Alex.
And Alex, yeah. So the bummy Williams, the bummy Haas, the terrible AMs, the caddies who need to be on a golf course and not the track. I mean,
Yeah,
anybody else we want to add to the list?
No.
Anybody else who makes the cut?
not really.
I think George, bro. Put him up there. You want to talk about confidence issues like Lando? Controversial opinion. I think he's going to lose it. You
All
know?
right.
I saw a clip of his car breaking down.
That's a hot take.
Yeah, I saw, he looks like Woody from Toy Story. He's crashing out of races.
You know what he kind of does though?
He really does favor him. Y'all look side by side. Woody from Toy Story, George Russell.
He's just a taller version of Woody.
He could play the live action for real, man. I mean,
Yeah.
if he doesn't get this championship, it might be time for a career change, buddy.
Yeah.
Broadway's always there for you. But I don't know. I don't think George, look at Kimmy. He's 19. He's 43 points ahead in 5 races, 4 race wins. He's on fire. I mean, what is that? I mean, if you have this guy who's so hot, how do you look at George, his teammate, the veteran of 7 years?
And the leader of the team, technically.
He's colder than a freezer in the Arctic. I mean, he's literally just frozen.
He's the tundra.
He is the tundra. Oh, my God. Jesus. Polar bears shiver when they walk around George. Like, it was only precipitating because George came to the track. Like, this dude, he's Jack Frost because he's cold. He's not getting race wins. He's not
And
producing.
what, Kimmy's heat miser or whatever it is?
Heat miser? I don't
Isn't
know.
it?
What?
Never mind. It's like from the Christmas.
You could have
movie.
said
It's heat miser and what? Isn't it, what'd you say? Cold Frost?
Jack Frost.
Jack Frost? I don't know.
I just know Jack Frost is like Jack Frost,
Okay, well, I don't know. You know what?
I
Ignore
thought
that.
Jack Frost, I think in that movie was actually like the protagonist,
Okay.
meaning George could spin back. But, really it is anybody's game. I think he's cold. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about George Russell. Is he in a slump right now like Lando Norris, having confidence issues? Is he, just having a bad couple races, but he's going to get into form?
As you
really
can tell,
do.
Spencer's still hooked on Lando confidence issues, even though he really hasn't had horrendous confidence issues at all this season.
Once a confidence issue,
So-
once a confidence issue, always a confidence issue, all right?
Okay.
Let me
Sure.
just say. Just like Max, in a different respect, like, he's got that dog in him, like, anytime you need, he can always be that dog, put down a lap. I just feel like Lando at any point could just have crippling depression and just not race well. He seems to have, wavering self-esteem.
I wouldn't say so this year, but all right.
I mean, this year he's doing all right.
I would like to say that's probably George.
His therapist probably got him right, He just kind of takes everything on the chin and just kind of smiles and he has that little frog. Almost sounds like Patrick Mahomes, low-key, or Kermit the Frog.
Or yeah, his laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So those are our thoughts. Let us know your thoughts.
down below.
That's it for episode 8 of Chase the Pace podcast.
In our next episode, we'll look ahead to the 6th race in Monaco.
Yes.
Thanks for listening, y'all. Make sure to, check out all the socials. We got Spotify, we got YouTube, Instagram, TikTok.
Yep.
It's all going to be linked in the description. Check it out. We got some cool clips coming soon, even more coming soon. Until next time, though, I'm Spencer,
And I'm Keira.
and it's been Chase the Pace. See y'all.